There we go.
There we go. And let's check it populate a little bit. But then you need to find that's the category gaming. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, we're playing Angel in the Forest tonight. Resident Evil Village is just Angel in the Forest. There we go.
Sorry, I just tuned into that with my brain.
Oh man, we already got 5 people.
Woo! Hi, peoples.
Hello.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, we kind of
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, once we get a few more people in, we'll kind of start some Q&A and talk about the episode and all that. So let everyone get their
7. And now we're back to 6.
Woo! Up and down we go. Otter,
Come on,
you seem a
vamonos.
little. You seem a little low volume. Is the
Who?
Otter? You seemed a little low volume to me. I might be crazy. In the stream, not in here. I can hear you just fine here.
Right, right.
Yeah.
EJ said, "Hey guys, I'm welcome to Angel in the Forest speed run.
EJ, thank you, dude. Also,
Who can read
hello,
the comic
Mary,
fastest?"
and thank you, Garrett. I'm glad you thought it was amazing. I'll throw it up on Twitter that we're doing this right now.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll quote your tweet so that I could piggyback off of you.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, stealing each other's success.
Amen and amen.
Hello, Jer.
Yo, Jer.
Thank
Good
you,
to see
Shinny.
you.
And thank you, Laura Lee.
Ah!
It went from adorable to dark.
Welcome, Disaster. Sorry you missed the initial stream, but or premiere, but the episode will still be up there, so you can still watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, great job with the animation again, Otter.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Did a freaking amazing job with the animations. This I know it's the smallest little thing, but the freaking little ear twitch when he's looking around the house.
I saw you freaking out about that in chat.
Oh! I'm gonna freak out about it every fucking time, okay? Oops.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you guys liked it. And yeah, there was a lot going into this new episode as far as things I've learned and different things I decided to try out. As you can tell, some of the formatting was a little weird, so some of the panels got shrunk for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm still learning. But hey, I'm so glad that, we were able to bring in 2 more characters, Jack and Maurice. Unfortunately, they weren't able to be here for the live stream, but I love what they did with the characters and brought that to life. And yes, like everyone else did such an amazing job this time. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Don't short yourself either.
Yeah.
You did animation, directing, and all the panel editing. And you voiced Montimer? Bitch!
You tell him.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys too, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you are basically doing it by yourself.
slowly but surely going mad, plucking away and tweeting.
A one-man otter army.
Oh god.
Hey, make pepper.
Doosh, 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 doosh.
Next thing you know, he's working on his Ronnie impression in secret.
But no, oh man, so much went into that episode. Like, I really enjoyed the nightmare scene, and that was so much fun piecing that together and working with Walt with the music. It just came together so well, and it's that was the most fun I had, even just kind of getting there and animating and stuff like that. So I had so much fun doing that scene and doing a little bits and pieces here and there. One of my other favorites is the Monty tackling Larry.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
It was small, but I'm just like, ah.
Oh, thank you, Zero.
Oh, thank you, Zero. And yeah, like, man, and towards the end too, Walt did such a beautiful job with the music.
Yes.
That
Praise that man.
that final scene right before the credits, I'm like, what can I do here? And it's like, well, the music is carrying it all on its back. Like, I don't need to do anything. It's bringing home what's going on.
Man,
God.
it works so well. Like the expressions are so well read in that last scene, where the music just really just layers on top of that so perfectly, lifts it up.
Your Twitch.
Everyone's getting ear twitch.
By the way, if any of you have questions, feel free to ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Q&A section.
Yeah. This is the Q&A section. Text your questions to 42513. Don't actually do that. I don't know what that number leads to.
Most difficult part on making this episode. I would say most of it was hardware issues. Of computer
Technical
glitches.
errors.
Yeah, a lot of it was that. As far as putting stuff together, it was having problems with like software sometimes. Like, you know, my animation program would crash, or you know, something like that would happen, and I have to redo it. But honestly, one of the other difficult parts was kind of figure out what to crop, what to edit, and like how to storyboard the whole thing. So I mean, it all has its different difficult moments in it, here and there. But above all, it was a lot easier than the previous episodes I've done. As I was able to kind of turn around and, you know, bring this episode, you know, it took me less than, what, a year? So I think I'm doing good so far.
Yeah.
2 episodes in 1 year? What's going on?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you take up that one real quick, and I'll chime in after with Laura Lee's question.
Miffix, go.
Oh, the most difficult part in making this episode?
That and any inspirations to get into the role for the character.
Oh, okay. Well, the most difficult part in me in the making of this episode, though I did absolutely nothing except the end card and some mouth noises, was I did have to try to time the animation that I did for the last part, and that was a new one. And B, I had to hate T. As Ronnie.
Very well done on the animation, by the way, for the credits.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Man, I still was buggered that I was like, oh wait a second, you have to wait for me to send you this animation before you can set up the premiere. Shit. Like really? But yeah, it's just seeing how happy Epic was as Larry during the T scene previously. It's like, this is how I would be, this is how I feel, and then it gets to like my part in that scene, and it's like, this is the exact opposite of how I feel.
Funny thing, I'm pretty sure the roles would be reversed if like in person. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of T, but I had to be hyped for T. I'd probably be
Like,
Ronnie in this
can I go back to
situation.
sleep?
Yeah. You woke me up for T?
For me, it's like trying to get into the mindset of Montimer because he's so monotone. Like, I'm very expressive and I'm very spastic and I'm very loud, and then I have to be like this very dead on the inside, monotoned.
No, high school.
Yeah. Oh god.
My Chemical Romance, Green Day.
What about for you, Epic? Like, what was a difficult part in this episode for you?
Probably trying to record with my roommate in the room.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
Oh, man,
probably the most
yeah.
difficult part, is that trying to record with having another person in the same room as me, and like feeling a little self-conscious, but at the same time, like, like it got sorted out.
Yeah.
Welcome, Cam.
Oh, hey, Cam. Inspirations to get into the role. I kind of just slide into it somehow. Like, not to sound like a you know, an egotist or something, but like I just kind of, for me, I kind of just naturally get into character, and like I just slip into it.
Well, we've done a couple
that makes
episodes
sense.
now, so you kind of got more comfortable with being Larry.
Yeah, not to mention like it's basically me.
Well, in the beginning,
Yeah,
we would have you
that's-
sit there and scream, like, all right, time to be
Yeah.
terrified with a heart attack. You would just sit there and just go, ah! Just scream before we started.
Oh, the screams.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that. Like, it really, like, this character is just a perfect jive with your, like, neutral tone and, like, your base personality.
Hmm.
Right.
It shines through so well.
See, for me, it's Montimer. It's just how I feel on the inside.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. The hardest part to
Otter.
act out. Oh, sorry, what's up?
Huh? No, I was just letting you know. I was gonna say, Otter, answer that question first.
Okay. The hardest thing to act out was trying to do the nightmare scene for me. To not overreact, but still kind of keep that calm demeanor without just turning in full on like, you know, Batman villain. It's like, well, I guess that's your fault. Oh, Maurice, you're so delicious. You know, it just took so much not to go like, you know, stupid Batman villain. It's like I had to keep it cold and calm enough, but not overdo it. And that was difficult for me to kind of get onto like my acting radar and like channel that.
Yes, nice, so dumb, so cute.
Perfect.
I would say the most difficult, I guess, scene for me to act out this time was probably yelling Angel, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
Because I was in a college dorm at the time, and I didn't want to disturb anyone. But I had to record at like 7 p.m. just yelling Angel, and I'm like, oh, they're probably thinking that I'm like either a diehard Christian or I'm crazy. Miffix, I'm assuming this. I'm just loading this question onto you. How does one get hyped for tea?
One is just hyped for tea.
Oh.
Like, okay, you go for like a smell that you like, and like if you have like a floral smell that you like, get some tea based off of that, and get it made by someone who really knows how to make tea, like from like a small tea shop, and it will smell fantastic, and you'll fall in love with it, hopefully. Also, if you don't like tea but you would like to get hyped for tea, my suggestions are chai and mint teas, because you can sweeten up both, and I find that they're really, really palatable for like first timers.
Experience tranquility.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a couple of questions that were sent in.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh.
Okay. Are the lengths of each episode going to expand, or will they be around 10 minutes each? I have a couple questions from Mask that were sent in.
Okay, so they've naturally been kind of getting around the 10-minute mark. I would like them to be longer, but it's also a lot of work, you know, making each episode. Because, like, as we said before, I'm doing the editing, the directing, the animation, the Photoshop, the storyboarding, what I want animated, what I don't want animated, on top of work and personal life stuff. So it's kind of difficult to kind of, you know, I can't make them longer, but it'll take me longer to output an episode. Would I like them to be longer in the future? Yes, and I'm trying to kind of push that to kind of give more in like the 15-minute realm. That'd be great. I do expect the last episode to be longer before going into like, for like the season finale, which will be coming up in a couple episodes. Which I'll be taking a small hiatus while getting things together for season 2 and trying to figure out what I want to do with that. But yeah, so I would like to make them longer for sure. But for now, they're gonna stay around like the 10-minute mark roughly.
Okay. And you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Last one from him was, what was the hardest line to record?
Hardest line to record.
Yes.
Hardest line to record. I think. They weren't too difficult this time around. But I think, yeah, I guess it'd be the nightmare scene again, trying to keep that cold delivery of, saying like, well, that's your, that's your fault then, that kind of thing. Like that was kind of difficult for me to do. Just like I said, just kind of keep that demeanor, not going, the full on Joker.
Yeah, exactly. What about for you, Epic?
Like I said, the yelling angel.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. It took a couple runs at the crying one at the beginning, before I feel like I got that one. I feel like we had to go over that one a few times.
Cameron asked. Oh, sorry. Are we ready to go to the next one? Or?
You good.
Okay. Cameron also asked. Consequentially, what do you all think was the most rewarding part of the episode? This question goes out to everyone.
The most rewarding part, for me, honestly, it's when I go to plug everything in, and for some reason, this happens more times than not, where everything syncs up beautifully with the music and the timing and all of that. Like it does it. Because I throw the panels in there and I move things around, and like sometimes it just boom. I don't have to edit it. I'm like, what the fuck, Walt, get out of my head! It's been eerie a couple of times. Like the pacing just automatically did itself, and it was crazy. I think that's the most satisfying is when I get all the audio together and the music and throw the panels in, and I don't have to do too much as far as timing. It does it for itself. It's just like, oh, that's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miffix, what about you?
The most rewarding part was getting the feeling across right in the first scene with Monty and Ronnie. Like,
Yeah,
I felt really happy about how that kind of timed, like how the emotion carried in that scene by the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did that very well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'd say for me, the most rewarding part was probably the nightmare scene. Because I had a lot of fun recording that scene with Otter.
That was a lot of fun. That was a load of fun.
That was a lot of fun to record with you. And that is a nice segue to Zero's question, where he said, how is the schedule working out with you all? Doing each part separately, then combining in the end, or is there ever a collab in some of the scenes? Otter, do you want to answer that?
Scheduling is a fucking nightmare. It is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Between my hectic life schedule and then trying to get a hold of all the different VAs and trying to get a hold of Walt, because everyone's across the country from coast to coast, and Walt, he's in fucking Germany, so I have to work off his time schedule to make sure I'm not waking him up in the middle of the night and going, hey, by the way, we get to a party. No, but I'm waking you, lots of kisses.
It's 4 a.m. Are you awake?
Yeah. And then after work, kind of like taking a moment to sit down and edit some of the panels, because like some of them are difficult because they're not in layers, so I'm having to deconstruct panels and reconstruct them. So like if the word bubbles go through a character, I have to go in, erase all the lines, and then repair the scene. Or for some scenes, I have to recreate parts of the body. Like I have to create an arm or half a face. Or, because I'm not much of an artist as far as drawing goes, so that's been a hell of a challenge. But I've learned a lot, but it's just like those scenes, like the laboratory scene. If you go see the original panel, like all the lines in the speech bubbles going through all the lines in the background, that took me like a full day to go in, zoom out, erase, reconstruct, zoom in, zoom out, reconstruct. Like that took me forever to do. So those are some of the hang-ups as well, like having to reconstruct panels. It takes a lot of time because like I don't have the originals and stuff like that. So that's kind of one of the biggest time sink is that. Recording is not too bad. Like everyone is doing such a great job because everyone's done a great job with the characters so far. So it's been real easy for Miffix and Lukas to get into characters. So you guys have been doing a great job with it. You guys slip right into it. The beginning was difficult to kind of dial it in, but now you guys do it so well. It's like, oh, this is the easy part now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some scenes were collab, but other ones were like recorded separately and like only needed like a couple takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
I do expect to have a little bit more of like collab sessions later on for some scenes, because even for me, like some areas felt a little stiff here and there as far as delivery goes, and there's a little nitpicky, nuanced things I'm looking at, and you're like, I could have done this, I could have, but once again, knowing me, it would stay in editing limbo hell. So it's like, fuck. So it's like, fine. Alright,
And Shinny asks, what tea do you think they were drinking?
I'll take this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
Miffix, you wanna take this one?
no. You guys first. You guys first.
I was gonna say Earl Grey.
I don't know
Earl
tea.
Grey.
Yeah.
The one that was picked up for the humans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. But I think it was probably Earl Grey because it's in a laboratory, and a lot of people work on labs are kind of funny duddies. I'm not gonna lie. I always say that because I know a bunch of them. It's like,
What do you think it
Earl
was,
Grey,
Miffix?
this is special. No. Just trust me, working in a lab is so monotonous. It's fucking mind numbing. I know. I've tried it. Because I originally went to school for microbiology, and doing labs there, I was just like, kill me!
Oh my gosh. So I think that what he made the berry tea out of at first was like from like just winter berries you can get.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's edible berries that you can turn into teas. Like one is like partridge berries, but then for what tea is brought to him, like honestly, I thought it was just gonna be it was just some basic ass bitches at the lab that had Lipton. Lipton is good.
Fucking Lipton.
Don't come for me, Lipton.
I would say not
But, like-
sponsored, but I think they're not going to at this point.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, just kind of like your basic black tea, because it would be something that Larry would never have gotten the chance to have. So like, it just smells completely different and foreign to him.
Mm-hmm. Lauralee asks, are there any of the characters' personalities and or traits representing part of your own self?
I'll start with you. Epic, go for it.
I'd say kinda. Like I do sometimes emit the energy that he has, like when I get excited for like kind of like how Larry got excited for the tea. I do get excited like that sometimes for like whatever I'm into at the moment.
Yeah.
And I can get scared easily, so that also fits.
Fun.
How about
I
you?
guess for me, on that one, like, I feel like Ronnie's way closer to what I was like as a kid than I am now, for sure. As far as I am now, I'd say probably just the fact that it can be, have a little rebellious streak sometimes. And it is inquisitive.
It's okay.
Like, she just wants to go on an adventure, and I can relate with that.
For me, there's a lot of parallels between me and Montimer. Mostly kind of like family relations and kind of how, you know, he was kind of like an outcast with the other bats. I was kind of like that in like high school and stuff like that. Like, I even got made fun of by teachers, all right? Like, I got made fun of by the losers, and I'm like, what kind of hell is this? So I was kind of always a reserved kid. Like, I was kind of like, I isolated myself a lot, so I didn't want to have anyone to depend on me, and I didn't want to depend on others. So, like, that part of Montimer, too, where he kind of keeps himself away from everyone is, like, that resonates with me as well. And, like, how he looks at everything and, like, how he looks at his own society, his father, stuff like that. Like, when I was younger, my father and I didn't get along too well. Now we're getting along great. Like, it's fantastic. Like, it's very weird. But when I was younger, we didn't see eye to eye too much. And same with, like, family stuff. So, like, for me, there's a lot of me I see in Montimer, and that's why I gravitate so much towards him as far as one of the characters that's, like, one of my favorites, because I relate to him so much.
Let's see. Disaster, thank you for the compliment. You said, yo, I'm back, and that was quite the trip. The animation was so smooth, beautifully done. Y'all outdid yourselves.
Oh, thank you.
It was all done by Otter.
Now just to kind of figure out how I'm going to top this episode.
As for the
You
next
throw another one on top of it and be like, bam, it's the tallest now.
it's just stacking onto the skyscraper.
Exactly.
Cam asked, hey, are there any fun bloopers or outtakes?
There was a couple funny moments, but it was kind of honestly, a lot of the stuff happened outside of recording sessions, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah. I've tried to keep in mind, like, oh, this would be great, and it's like, crap, I forgot to record it. Crap, I forgot to record it. Or if it was recorded, it's like it's in a sea of audio, just despair, like, crap.
Dang it.
That knows a little bit more. It was a little untidy with this episode because originally episode 2 and 3 were supposed to be one episode, but I split them into two new ones. And then, like, everything got jumbled up with, like, panels and audio, and it's like, okay, hopefully for episode 4, I'm gonna keep it nice and clean and organized so I can actually have those, like, those blooper outtakes and a couple of little things here and there, but, yeah, these last 2 episodes have been chaotic.
And also, EJ says, was there a character that was difficult to cast?
Yes. Yes, I think Jack was probably the hardest one I had to cast. Maurice wasn't too difficult. I kind of had what I wanted from Maurice in mind, and a lot of the fan base had an idea too. And Jack was really difficult because I originally casted Jack as someone else, or sorry, I had someone else casted as Jack, but on developing the character more and kind of learning more and more, I found out he wasn't a good fit for him. And he did a fantastic job. It wasn't that it was bad or anything. It's just the voice changed as far as headcanon went. And however, he's still on the team. And oh man, some of the voices he could do that I have him doing later on, you're all gonna love it. But yeah, no, Jack was difficult because I had to go through so many different auditions. It was probably one of the biggest casting calls I had to do. And just trying to peel through him and trying to find that sound in my head of what he sounded like. It was ridiculous because I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, at first I want to sound like this, but now it's not working. But now what am I going to do now? Like, what's he going to sound like? I don't know. And I even reached out to Jaxson. He actually heads the Angel in the Forest Patreon Discord server. Great guy. He's actually that conversation led to him helping us out because he's also the official English translator for Angel in the Forest, the actual webcomic. Because the original webcomic is done in Spanish, but then it's translated to different languages. Like, I think there's one in Chinese, Polish, and English now. And he actually offered to help me with some of the scripting and casting and such, and he kind of helped me kind of zero in on what Jack sounded like. That helped out a lot, and having him on the team too and helping out with the scripting has been great. Like, he like one of the scenes in the laboratory with Jack, Maurice, and Montimer, and Bat Number 1, which Bat Number 1 was fun because it was a little cameo role for Walt. I don't know if some of you guys noticed it, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to have him in there. But the scripting was so difficult because the bubbles were the speech bubbles were all over the place. There's a lot of translation issues and grammar issues. So I didn't know who was talking, who was doing what. I was like, and that's when Jaxson came in and helped and made it, a lot more streamlined and helped out with that. So yeah, as far as difficulty to cast, it was probably Jack. By far, that was probably one of the hardest ones to do, but I had so many good auditions and some crazy talent that was in there. It was hard to choose, and there were some that I kind of heard for voices later on that I'll be touching bases with them if they're still interested, but it was cool. Like, it was a lot of fun. Difficult, a little stressful, but it was actually fun.
Let's see. Garrett asks, are you going to do a Pixar blooper reel after the season?
I think I might try to do something like that. Kind of like, make faux bloopers. I think it'd be kind of fun because we definitely had some moments where we were picking out scenes and having fun with them. So I have some ideas maybe to do something like that, possibly.
Disaster Artist asks, which characters have been casted so far?
Well, the ones in the episode so far I have casted are obviously Monty, Larry, Ronnie, Jack, and Maurice. I also have casted Martikeo, which is Montimer's father. And that's all I'm going to let you guys know who's been casted so far already. And I'm super excited for Martikeo. Oh, man. No spoilers, I'll make an announcement soon, but oh, I cannot wait for you guys to hear his performance. It's so magical.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's see. Literally asked, what was the decision on the mouse's color, or was it random? We are not the artist for the comic.
Yeah, we're not the original artist for the comic.
Yeah, that is Yinller. You can follow her Patreon, and I believe, does she have a Twitter?
Yeah, she's got Twitter at Yinller Comics. She's got a Patreon. She's also got Webtoons comics where the official comic is posted. Yeah, we didn't write this comic or do the official illustrations. This is, like I said, it's a fan dubbing, so we kind of took it upon ourselves to do this. And read the comic. It's a fantastic comic. The story is great.
It's so good.
It's really, really good.
Funny thing, there's actually a recap going on right now in the comic.
Yeah.
Let's see. EJ asks, do you guys have vocal warm-up exercises? What's a warm-up? Oh god, that makes me sound like such a prick.
I know. I'm just kidding. But no, honestly, it's kind of your normal, natural range. How about you, Miffix? I know it takes you a second or two, maybe.
What, for...
Ronnie?
Dude, vocal warm-ups.
Oh, vocal warm-up? Shoot, man. I go and listen to the old episodes. Because considering that Ronnie's aging as it goes, and she is aging, like, quickly, at least as far as Larry's saying, I want to make sure that I'm kind of, like, making it just a little different from last time as she is aging. So that's the thing I do. I'll start from there and kind of start working my way up to my neutral voice.
Going through, and also the links to Twitter's, Patreons, webcomic, all that stuff is also in the episode description as well, if any of you guys are curious. But I will go ahead and...
Lorelei said, just scream into the mic, you'll be fine.
Great. For me, it takes me a moment to kind of get into Montimer's because he's kind of got that lower range. I can get into lower range naturally, but kind of like keeping the raspiness, but not going full on like, you know, solid snake. Colonel, there's a sexy mouse over here. You know.
Oh man,
what, me?
I would have slammed the clip button right there.
So it takes me a moment to kind of mess around with that voice and kind of, one, keep the tone consistent, because when he's around, I guess those he doesn't like, his voice gets more raspier and more of a harsh tone to it because he's the son of an alpha, so he's kind of have a presence to keep up. But he's actually kind of a tender soul, so when he's around Ronnie and Larry, his tone becomes a little bit more warm and more relaxed. And so I try to keep up that rasp, you know, levels between the two scenes, like you saw with the lab versus, you know, when Monty's talking to Larry or Ronnie.
Ooh!
All the nuances.
That's so cool!
Because around the bats, they're always picking on him, giving him shit. And, you know, he's having to constantly defend his position. So, of course, he's kind of trying to be angry. You know, he's kind of trying to keep up something because he's not as fit as the other bats because he doesn't eat meat. That's kind of one of the narratives is that Montimer doesn't eat meat. He's against killing others. But bats in this world are carnivorous, and they eat the meat to basically get strength and become more powerful. And he's not. Like, he's very wimpy compared to other bats. So he's kind of find other avenues to keep up this presence of being tough. And I thought, what other way to have like a more tougher sounding character, you know, versus what he actually is more of a reserved and more kind of gentler soul.
Nom nom nom.
Go from wimpy to hefty.
As far as castings in the future, yes, there's a few I'm gonna be doing. Is one's gonna be, so you have two Ronnies. You have Ronnie that we all know and love as our little gremlin, And
Yeah.
then you have another Ronnie who was actually Montimer's childhood friend that he ended up naming the baby mouse now Ronnie after. And I'll be casting her. I have a potential cast for Richie. I have something in the works for that. And I think that's it for this season. But season 2, that's going to be a big one with Deborah. That one's going to be a challenge. But I'm definitely excited for those characters for the most part. There's a couple more later on, but that's like way further down the road. But as far as the immediate future, those are the big 3 I'm gonna be looking into. So we'll see how like later on as we progress the episodes and stuff like that. Because like I said, I want to keep this going. I'm not making promises yet on things just because of how long it takes me to do an episode. Because it takes me a couple months sometimes. Let's see if Monty's dad.
Awkward silence, turtle.
If Monty's dad has a super deep voice, I'm gonna die, y'all.
Yeah, I loved that one.
Let's see. Any more questions by the guys? You kind of thinking of, or Miffix, Lukas, you guys have any things you guys want to talk about or discuss?
I do have a random question.
What's up?
What's the difference between a fan dub and a dub? What makes a fan dub a fan dub?
Fan dub is done by fans, so they're not endorsed by the original creator. Whereas a dub, it would be the original creator or studio that has the licensing and rights to the project doing an official dubbing.
Gotcha. Okay. Also, yes, literally, I totally agree. Thanks to Miffix for the art.
Oh, dude, I know. The fucking artwork is just so cute. I love every bit of it.
It's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
There you get to see the hidden Ronnie and the original sketching of this piece.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a little gremlin face. Stupid tea.
Stupid tea.
I don't think I've seen that. Wait, what?
It's probably somewhere in the process of the drawing in the old one. Oh, it's in the sketch layer. I hid it in the sketch layer. I'll post. You know what? Forget about it. I'll post it on Twitter later. You guys get to have the hidden version.
EJ says future starring punished Venom Snake.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Sorry, what were you saying, Miffix?
Honestly, on the note of artwork and stuff, like I do want to comment, Otter, that your art skills, like overall, in kind of getting the things
Pieces
rigged
together?
and stuff. Yeah. And getting the models, well, like I keep on wanting to say models rigged, but they're not like 3D models. Like it really has gotten more seamless this round, especially.
Yeah, very well done, Otter.
Yeah. Awesome job on that, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Man, it's hard to think we started this already like almost a year ago. Has it been a year?
Almost.
It's just about a year.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the other day I found the email that first was sent to me with the project. What I mean, have you said what the project was called when like you were first like doing it?
Wait, what?
The code name, Otter?
There was a code name?
I vaguely remember.
Okay, it's okay if I say it, basically.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, Project Bomb.
Oh my god.
It's sent in my. It was like I found it when I was looking for another email, and it was like, "Here's the thing" in all caps in the subject line, and I'm like, "Wow, that was August last year. I think it was August 8th or something like that."
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's really around the corner.
Holy crap.
Yeah, because it was around June of last year when Epic and I worked together on the first beginnings of even teasing any of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And back then I was recording in my closet. I still am, but just not right now.
What's the progress on the next episode? I have done a little bit of groundwork. Nothing major yet. Mostly because I've been trying to set things up for the premiere tonight and try to get all that set up. So I didn't have a lot going on, but I do have the panel set for what I want in the next episode, and I had broken down a couple of them. So I got a little bit of progress, like 1%. But then again, I finished this episode completely. I think it was Monday or Sunday of last week, or this week.
Yep.
So, like, I just finished it up and slapped it together. I'm like, boom, published, let's go. And now I'm kind of starting to kind of springboard into the next bit of the project.
I do have a quick question. It's next episode that's the end of the first season, right?
What's that?
The next episode is the end of the first season, right?
No, I think we'll have about altogether 5 to 6 episodes for season 1.
Got it. Okay. Oh, right, because you wanted a division between the house arc and this one.
Yeah, so when we start the house arc, for those who do keep up the comic, there's a arc where they go to a house that's basically like a town. There's a lot that happens in that last bit between Montimer and Larry as well, and learning more about Montimer, that it's just kind of all kind of comes to a nice end there. I think that'd be great for a season 1, so to speak, finale.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about, where you want to end it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I have no idea, so this is going to be a total surprise.
So for those of you who have read the comic, you kind of get an idea where I'm going at. Those who haven't, I really hope you guys are enjoying it so far, because this comic means a lot for me, and it's opened up so many different opportunities for me. And it means a lot to read it because I love Yinler's work. I love her art. I love her storyboarding, her pacing, like everything she makes, and even all the little, tidbits that she puts on her Patreon is definitely well worth the subscription, for sure, because there's a lot of artwork she doesn't post on her Twitter, and good God, is it wholesome. And, well, there's other
Most
things
of the time.
most of the time. And there's some wholesome ones. But...
And there's the nudes.
But for the most part, though, her artwork is phenomenal, and she's even got an alternate universe, smaller comic that she has going on, where it's kind of like a modern times retelling of The Angel in the Forest.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's on the Patreon. You gotta subscribe to it and read it. Like I said, it's worth it. She's got so much content on there, and it's worth looking into. It's worth every penny. Like, it really, really is. And also, you get panel updates more, ahead of the webcomic on Webtoons. I think she's usually like 3 chapters ahead on our Patreon.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a significant amount.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cameron said it's the next episode, a beach episode.
No.
It is very much not a beach episode.
Man, I am sure that Larry wishes.
It's a volcano episode.
Oh no.
Or a glass episode.
No, Cam, we're not doing the porn scenes. We can't put that on YouTube. We get demonetized and shut down so quick.
He has to ask the question that must be asked, though. That's the nature of it.
I think every live stream we've been asked this question at least once.
Yeah.
Well, he's just getting it out of the way.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for ripping that Band-Aid. Oh man. I think that's all I got for now. How about you guys?
I think I'm good.
Don't forget to ring that bell now.
Yeah, and like, comment, and subscribe.
God damn.
I love how you both just jumped into that immediately. It was instantaneous. I am here for it.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, that's all I can think of. I mean, I think that we've answered the majority of the questions, and I think we've all had a really good time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And with our, before I do in the closing statements, you guys want to have any projects that you're working on, or anything you guys want to talk about for a shut it down for the night?
I'm a lazy boy.
Fair.
I guess the only thing that I would love to plug, and it's because I love Camel, so I'd love to plug Ubulog.
Yes.
If that's cool.
Do it.
Let me send you the link for the first episode.
I was so confused when you said you wanted to plug in a camel.
Her name is Trash Camel. She's an amazing
Ah,
artist.
okay.
Yeah. Let me go grab the first little tiny episode. We have a mini episode, but we have there's more on the way already, and I'm really excited about it. And I really, really love my the other main character, Proda. She's adorable. She's voiced by Loida, and she's really super freaking cute. You guys are gonna fall in love. So let me go ahead and send that in voice chat text, and if you are cool with posting that on YouTube, then awesome.
Bust.
EJ said a glass episode, huh? Will it have a shattering twist?
EJ, I love you.
EJ, go to your room.
Two kinds of people.
You'll have to wait and find out, though, to get that answer.
Yeah.
All right. You got your link in there too, by the way, Miffix?
I sent it in voice chat text because I can't send it in the YouTube.
Thank you.
Only the person who's running the stream can send links. Si,
Well, they could
senor.
send a non-clickable link, but only the person with the YouTube can send a clickable link.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have the power. There we go. Ooh, look, check it out. It's actually kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we got coming up down the pipe is like gonna be I think, as far as I know, a full episode. So should be a really good time. Yeah. So thanks for letting me plug that, dude.
No
That's
problem.
awesome of you.
I encourage everyone to do what is their heart's desire. I encourage everyone to work on their projects, and you guys have nothing but straight up support from me. Like I'm
gonna run naked through the woods.
Okay, except for that. Heal. But once again, thank you all so much for coming and watching this. It means so much to me, and your guys' love and support helps me keep going with this and making more. I went from not knowing anything about all of this, and to now here I am making a third episode. And I have all of you to thank. I have my crew. Thank you guys so much. You guys have no idea how much this has changed my life for you guys, from the crew, like everything. Like this has been a hell of a journey, and I still look forward to keeping up with it.
Aww.
So, thank you guys so much. And I love you all. And hey, everyone out there, be safe. And